Good morning, everybody. We are on our way back up the hill with the little mini excavator. Amy, you could show them the excavator.
Maybe.
Maybe. You see it?
I do see it.
It's very cute.
Yes.
It's a tiny little excavator. It's much smaller than the ones we've rented before, but it's the same one that we rented when we did our septic test holes. So it's a 3,500 pound John Deere excavator that will hopefully dig our trenches wonderfully, if not extremely slowly. But we've got it for a couple days. Hopefully we'll get it done in just one day. But we need to level the area for the powerhouse. We need to dig the trench from the powerhouse up to the solar array. Then we need to scrape the gravel off of some areas in the shop. Dig some trenches. I think there's 4 trenches we have to dig there at the shop to get all of the underground in before we do the concrete slab next month. So a lot of things happening today. We're trying to move as fast as we can, so we only have to pay for this excavator for one day.
That's the plan.
Hello everyone, we are back here at the new home site. You can see right over my shoulder here that we've got the 10 by 10 area leveled for the powerhouse. And now what we've got to do is we've got to work on trenching all the way from the solar array down to the powerhouse. Hopefully we don't hit too many big rocks. We've got a lot of dirt that will have to be moved, but the little mini excavator, about all it can do to push this. When we have the big excavator again in August, we'll be able to do all of our final grades. Now, while we've had an excellent experience with this rental yard, today I forgot to check the fuel level before we left the rental yard, and we ended up with a machine that only has a 1/4 tank of fuel. So, not a big deal. They're like, oh sure, we'll credit you that fuel. The only issue is that now I've got to wait for Amy to come back with more fuel. So, we'll see what else we can do while we wait.
And he's got a trench. You see the orange line there all the way down to the powerhouse, which is where the pressure pump, right, will be. This is almost to the point of being able to dig the post holes for the 2 posts that have to go in for for us to build this powerhouse. So, getting closer.
All right, we're nearly to the end of our trench. Having to go 5 feet deep to get below the frost line, as well as the fact that we have some more grading to do once we get the big excavator.
Delivery means we have a lot of work to do. There it is. In 3 weeks, that will all be used. That's crazy.
Good morning, everyone. This morning, while it's still shady here, we're going to be working on the powerhouse. So we've got our 2 post holes for our 6x8 posts. Amy and I'll go grab those here in a couple minutes, but we just got our holes finished dug. So 3 feet deep, roughly 30 inches around, that we've got to fill with concrete that we have to mix ourselves. So we've got the cement mixer though, so that's going to be good. We got our lumber delivery yesterday, so we've got all of the main things we need for the powerhouse. There's some shifting of lumber that we're gonna have to do, but for the most part, they got all the heavy stuff where it needs to be, so we don't have to move it too much. So let's see how moving these posts go. Now we're at our lumber pile over here at the shop. We're gonna dig out our posts. We have 20-foot posts. We only needed 16s, but it was gonna cost the same to special order 16s as it would have to buy 20s. So we're gonna dig them out. We're gonna cut 5 feet off of them because we really only need 15 feet to have plenty. So let's dig them out. All right.
Just like that.
Just like that. The poles are lighter, easier for Amy to carry.
We can always stay a little longer. We don't have a plan. Just let me live a little younger than I really am. We've got nothing here to save us from ourselves. Let's live life like it's made up, jump in the wishing well. We are wanderers, nothing can stop us. 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 We are wanderers, nothing can stop us.
In the video where we set the posts for the pole barn, we didn't go into a lot of great detail about how those posts were aligned and plumbed and set up. But here you can see that we have to not only plumb the post, making sure that it's vertical in 2 directions, but we also have to move the base of the post around simultaneously to make sure that the edge of the post lines up perfectly with the string line, and then also lines up perfectly with the center mark of that 10-foot spacing 30 feet away from the upper corner.
Nothing can stop us. We are wanderers, 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 we are wanderers, we are wanderers, we are wanderers.
We're putting down the water pipe that will bring water from the tanks to the powerhouse, right?
Yep.
So Jeff is unrolling the pipe as he goes in the very narrow trench. Lots of rocks.
Well, welcome to our picnic table talk. We're going to talk about what we got done today, what we didn't get done today, what gets moved on till tomorrow. So we had the mini excavator today. We did a lot of pushing of dirt. We pushed a lot of dirt with that little thing.
Yeah, it moved a ton of dirt.
It did move a ton of dirt.
Yeah.
So it did a good job. It's not as good as the big excavator, but at least we were able to level out the powerhouse pad and the adjacent area so that when we come back in for the final grade, we're not running the big machine next to the building.
Right.
And then we dug the trench from the solar panels down to the powerhouse.
Yes, lots of rocks.
Lots of rocks.
Lots of
Yeah,
rocks.
could have never done it with a trencher. Plus, plus because our final grade isn't set yet above the garage, there were places where I had to dig the trench 5 to 6 feet deep to still allow it to be 3 feet deep after we remove more dirt from the driveway.
Right. Yeah.
So thinking ahead a little bit, and I'm glad we did, because I'd hate to be grading the driveway and dig up conduit or water pipe or something like that.
That would be the worst. Yeah.
So
yeah.
So we got
our lumber delivery late. Well,
yeah, they called us at,
it is late.
what time did they call us? They called us at 3, 4? I think they called it 4.
Okay.
I think they called it 4 and asked, hey, is there any way we could do it tomorrow?
We're like,
And at that point, you know, we were thinking they were going to be here any minute.
Right.
And we were still hoping that we could only have the excavator for one day.
Right.
And we knew we would need the excavator to help place the 6x8 by 20 foot post in the ground. Weigh a lot. And so Amy needed to have that so I could.
It's me, not Jeff.
You needed it because I wasn't strong enough.
It's like...
Amy was going to be fine without the excavator, but she said that I better have it for me. So our lumber package came. Everything looks good. Everything is there. The driver was able to get most of it where we wanted it. We will still have to kind of shuffle some wood because some 2x4s are over with the Powerhouse package that we need for the trusses.
Right.
Things like that, somewhat minor. Stuff we can just toss in the back of the Yukon and haul it over, but not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing, the biggest thing I wanted was to get the 80-pound bags of concrete, 110 80-pound bags of concrete over there next to the Powerhouse, because
Right.
that that would be a pain. That would be so hard. It's
That's
going to be
working harder, not smarter.
It's going to be bad enough to put the 80-pound bags into the cement mixer.
Right.
And that's the easy part.
Get our arms to work.
Yeah. So my hands are just so tired. But it is a huge spaghetti mess. We were just going over our design for all of our conduits and things like that, and there's just so much going every which way that it's hard to keep track of. But we feel like we have planned out everything we need, and we're putting extra conduit in the ground, planning for something we may have forgotten about.
Right.
something that would be like, oh, it sure would be nice if we had a conduit going this 100 feet.
Which I'm sure will come up.
I'm sure it will. And so we'll be like, hey, we have an extra conduit.
Yeah. We planned that.
Yes, it's all in the plan. But we wanted to work. We were thinking this was going to be a long day. We thought it would be working late into the night.
Right.
But the hardest part is left, doing all the drains, all the grades, and we're spent. It would be too hard to do that properly.
Yeah.
It would just be frustrating, and we still wouldn't be ready to take the excavator back tomorrow morning. So we reserved it for 2 days. We're going to end up needing it for 2 days. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll do the rest of the conduit in the trenches, get the trenches buried, do the drains in the trenches, and it'll be perfect.
Yep.
And so we're all showered up. We've had so much water. We drank so much water today and still just feel dry. It's crazy. It's dry up here. It's drier than it should be. Everything kind of went from winter to summer.
Yeah, no spring.
No spring. And we've got dinner cooking.
Yep.
We're having leftover lasagna and leftover flank steak. And so things will be good.
Fall asleep.
And then we're gonna crash. Yeah. What time is it now? It's 7:30 almost.
Yep, like old people.
So we're gonna go to bed, and we will see you bright and early in the morning.
Yep.
Bye.
We are now starting the shop trenches that are gonna have. We'll have a few different trenches. Some will have water lines and data lines. Others will have sewer lines. And anyway, we're just making all sorts of trenches. And it's a shame because we're tearing up our beautiful gravel, but it'll all get pushed back and leveled out before we do concrete in July.
All right, so I officially destroyed all of my lovely gravel here in the shop yard. I wanted to peel the gravel back so I can do my trenches without messing up my gravel. Get the trenches in, bury the trenches, then we'll spread the gravel back over it. We've got a bunch of stuff going on here. We've got sewer drains coming out of the shop, heading off towards where our septic tank is going to go. We have water coming in from the shallow well, water leaving from the shallow well. We've got water coming in from the Powerhouse is coming in through here. We've got power coming in from the Powerhouse. We've got conduit for data cable coming in. Did I forget anything?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So a lot of things. Mainly we're trying to get it prepped for the slab. So we're gonna get it coming up through where the slab's gonna be, and then heading out, and then we'll just stop it once we get outside the bus barn.
I'm feeling a change all around me. No doubt I'm feeling a change. I'm feeling a change running down me. Now, there's change coming. coming. I'm feeling the ground moving. I'm hearing a sound looming. Right here, it's happening now. It's happening now.
We are now down at the shop yard. It's about 6 o'clock. We've had a crazy day with crazy intense sun in the morning and then storm and rain, a little bit of rain this afternoon and early evening. It's raining a little bit right now, but we are really close to getting the rest of the shop done with all of our pipe laid. I think we have all of our conduit and PEX laid, but now we have to do the sewer lines coming from the apartment and then what will eventually be for the bus to have a sewer dump, I think it's called. Anyway, we are exhausted, but this is the life, right? That's what we signed up for. But it's good. We're happy. It's always good to be so exhausted at night that you just instantly fall asleep.
All around me, I'm sure it's happening now. It's happening now. Yeah, it found me. Now, there's change coming. Now, there's change coming. Now, there's change coming. Now, there's change coming. Been a long time coming, long time coming. Been a long time coming, long time coming. It's been a long time coming, a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, a long time coming. There's change coming.
Getting the excavator loaded back up to deliver back to the rental company. So almost ready to head back down the hill into town.
Welcome back to Picnic Table Talk. We are a day late with our picnic table talk because last night we were on the excavator until 11 p.m. So we had to return the excavator by 7 a.m. this morning, which means we had to get all of our trenches dug first, right?
Yes.
And then all of our sewer lines in and at the proper grade, and then backfilled with kind of the sandy soil, with making sure there's no rocks against the pipes.
Right.
We didn't get a lot filmed yesterday. Yesterday was boiling hot. I think it was 90 degrees yesterday.
Yeah, both hands on deck.
And so we needed to get done. We had a lot of underground work to do yesterday and the day before. We got a lot accomplished. But with our frost line being so low, we had to dig deep trenches for our water lines. We didn't get water lines connected to each other completely, but at least we got them going to and from each of our build sites. So we were up until 11 o'clock last night, until it was too dark to work by headlamp and the one light on the mini excavator.
And then up at 4:30 this
Then
morning.
we got up at 4:30 this morning so that we could get a couple hours in before we had to return the excavator. Thankfully, we beat the rain. It started pouring down rain at about 8 a.m. this morning, which was nice because that forced us to take a day off. So today was a rest day. We did a couple small projects. We got all of the materials moved down to the shop for the truss build. We got our new toilet room built, so we no longer are showering with the porta potty toilet, which is nice. That gives a little bit more room in the shower. They're stopping to say hi, so we'll talk to you in a minute. Oh yeah, they didn't want to talk to us. They were lost. But we're getting to know our neighbors, so when they asked for a neighbor by name, we were able to direct them to
we knew where
they were. So that's nice. It's a big community up here on the mountain. So tomorrow, we're talking about tomorrow. So we're gonna pour concrete and finish the concrete.
After we put rebar in.
After we put the rebar in. And then hopefully it doesn't rain. But we've got plastic, we can cover it up if we need to. But the main thing is that it needs to be poured so it has time to set before we build on it next week.
Yeah.
So yeah, literally in a
week.
Yeah. So
that's the plan.
That's the plan. And so tomorrow's Saturday, and we're gonna have a full day. It's gonna be a mild day. It's not gonna be roasting again.
Yes.
Won't be anywhere near the 80s or 90s that we were in.
Yeah.
But the rain today was nice. It kind of settled some of the dirt that we disturbed, and didn't make a whole lot of mud. So that's good.
It didn't.
So it was good.
Nice.
We were able to stay out of the dirt today, so we didn't get all muddy and gross.
Right.
But I don't know. What was your favorite part of the day, Amy?
I took a nap.
Amy took a nap.
So
it was a much needed nap.
Yeah.
So we laid in the trailer and listened to the rain on the roof.
That was actually really nice.
That was cool.
Was nice.
It was very nice to have that time and that forced break, because we were going pretty hard and fast for a couple days. And so it's nice to have those breaks and take that time to just enjoy each other and enjoy the surroundings. And
yeah, definitely.
So
Yep.
very good. Now it's dinner time. I don't know what time it is. Is it like
it's
7:30?
7. No, I think it's almost 8.
It is 7:47. The evening sneaks up on you quick. But
yeah,
things are going good. We kind of got camp a little bit more organized today as well. After having a number of days of projects, we were able to reorganize all our materials, all of our tools, and get ready for the next push.
Yep.
So it's getting
real,
getting fun, and there's going to be a lot of big changes. So we'll see you in the morning.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
We can always stay a little longer. We don't have a plan. Just let me live a little younger than I really am. I'm feeling a change coming. I'm feeling a change coming.